Hi friends, this is Harish Gaupale. Welcome to the channel Technology of LabVIEW and Automation. In this video, I'm going to explain you what is the case structure in LabVIEW and how we can use in the LabVIEW programming. But before going to LabVIEW window, let's take a look of a switch statement in a C and C++ language. So in a switch case statement, when we want to select an option from number of options available, then we use switch cases statement. For example, we have four options available: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division in our code. But if suppose I want only answer of multiplication, so to select the multiplication option we need a switch case statement, and we can use switch cases statement only in text based programming languages. Now guys, definitely question arises here. Why I have explained a switch case statement at the time of explanation of a case structure? Because guys, there is a reason behind is that. And the reason is the case structure is a similar to switch statement in the text based programming language. Okay? So guys, come to the point. That's what is a case structure. And I think to explain the case structure, I should drop case structure in the block diagram window. Okay, so go to the control palette and then structure, and this is the case structure, and then drop here. Okay, now guys, a case structure has two or more sub diagrams or cases. You can see false or true. There are two sub diagrams in this case structure, but only one sub diagram is visible at a time. You can see only true is visible at a time. If I click on this false, now is false is visible, and the structure executes only one case at a time, and the input values determines which subdiagrams execute. This is we can give input through this case selector. You can see this is the case selector label at the top of the case structure. It contains the name of the selector value that corresponds to the case in the center, and you can see the question mark, that is case selector. We can wire an input value or a selector through this case selector terminal to determine which case executes. For example, we can wire an integer value or a boolean value, that true or false. Right now you can see two cases, that is true or false. This is default cases. Okay guys, or we can wire enum type value. So guys, right now to explain this case structure, I want to use enum data type. And for that, go to the front panel window, right click, go to the ring and enum palette and click on this enum. Okay, and then right click on this enum, go to the edit items. Where is the edit items? Yeah, this is edit items. Yeah, and now edit, insert. Right now guys, uh I want to take an example for arithmetic tools. So we know the basic arithmetic tools, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so right here add, add, then again insert, subtract, sub, insert, multiply, 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 insert, and divide, divid. Okay, and then click on this OK button. Okay, then select this, make it size large. Okay, increase size by horizontally guys, change the name, that is arithmetic, arith, arithmetic, metic, arithmetic tools. Okay, now connect this arithmetic tool to the case selector. Okay, first change the position and then select this arithmetic tool to this terminal of case selector. Okay, now guys, you can see the name of the cases, that is divide is the default case. Left click on this and now you can see the name of the, that is only right now there are only two names are visible, but we know in our enum data type have four options. So for that, right click on this label and click on this add case after. Yeah, now our third options are available here. Again we have fourth option, that is add. So again right click and click on this add case after. Okay, now we have four options available. You can see, click left and you can see, if I click on this add, now the sub diagrams of add is visible right now. Okay guys, now we know the basic of arithmetic operations. To do the arithmetic operations we need two inputs and one output, or I can say that in a LabVIEW language, two controllers or one indicator. So without wasting time, go to the control palette, click on this numeric option and click on this numeric control. Copy this numeric control, control C and paste here, control V. Okay, we have two controller and one indicator, so again control V. Change the position of this third controller. Okay, make it okay, and change from controller to indicator. Yeah, now select all the controller and indicator, make it size large, then increase the size by horizontally. Again, and this and this. Now change the name, that is input 1, input 1, input 2, and output, output. Okay, yeah. Now come to this block diagram window and then maximize this and change the position of this output here. Okay, now right now this is the sub diagram of add, and we know that to add two numbers we need addition tool. So simply go to the addition tool, click on this add and then kept here. Now connect this X terminal to the input 1 and Y terminal to the input 2 and connect this X plus Y result to the output indicator. Similarly, now this is for addition. Now jump to the next case, that is subtraction. Yeah, so for subtraction just go to the numeric and click on this subtract. Where is the subtract? Yeah, this is. Again connect X terminal to the input 1, Y terminal to the input 2 and output to the this indicator terminal. Similarly, go to the next case, that is multiply. Right click, go to the multiply option, click here, kept here. Now connect X terminal to this input 1, Y terminal to this input 2 and indicator to this indicator terminal. Okay, now we have last case, that is our divide case. Yeah, so again go to the numeric palette and this is divide. You know guys, this is very easy. You have to just understand. Okay, Y terminal to the output, and then connect this output terminal to the indicator. Okay guys, now we have four cases, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And as I already told you that case structure uh, shows one case at a time. So now you can see this is divide case. If I click on this subtraction, then your the subtraction case is visible, or this is the sub diagram of subtraction case. We are giving input data type through this enum data type, you can see. Okay, now guys, if suppose I want addition, so first change the data type, that is addition. Where is that? Yeah, this is add. Now first take input value. For example, right now I'm taking 8 and 16. You know 8 plus 16, that is 24. Now click on this run button and see we are getting 24 value. If I am clicking on this highlight execution, now you can see first these arithmetic tools gives addition. Now in the addition case, it adds two numbers, see, and it runs one case at a time. Remaining cases are there but they are not executed. That is the case of structure. Okay guys, now we want a continuous execution, so simply for that go to the structure and click on this while loop. Okay, and drop here and simply connect stop controller. Okay, create controller. Okay guys, now come to this block diagram window, change the position of these what stop button. Okay, and then make it size large. Okay, now guys click on this run button. Now I want, okay, but before going to that, click remove this highlight execution. Now come to this front panel window, and yes, we are getting result of addition. Now I want result of subtraction. Now you can see as I am changing the enum data type, that we are getting the result. Now I want result for multiply. So 8 multiplied by 16, that is 128. Then 8. Now guys, change the position of this arithmetic tool and then output tool indicator. Select this stop, make it size large and set the position. Okay, make it size large of this text. Okay, now go to this decoration palette and click on this flat frame and then drop here. Okay, and now select all the controller indicator and drop a palette and then change the position. Okay, now change the position of this front panel window. Now come to this block diagram window, right click on this while loop, go to the properties option, click on this visible, subdiagram label visible. Okay, similarly right click on this case structure, go to the properties, then click on this label visible, subdiagram label visible and click on this OK button. Now guys, again the right click on this while loop and click control and view, that is cleanup diagram. Okay, now the perfect position of all the components, all the indicators. Okay, similarly again select all the controllers and indicators, right click and click on this view as icon. Okay, so that's great. Now come to this front panel window, click on this vertical scroll bar, go to the properties, Then go click on this background browse option, then go to your folder and select a background which you most like. Right now, yeah, I like this. Then click on this OK button. Okay, yeah. Position, that is the center. Yeah, exactly. And then click on this OK button. Now, guys, I think it is enough for this session. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you so much.